Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to PCTV's coverage of Portage Central girls basketball on the Portage Central YouTube channel. Today, the 0-1 Portage Central Mustangs take on the 0-2 Otsego Bulldogs. I'm Karsten Cooper here with Josh Franz, and we'll be covering the thrilling action this evening.
Is this right? Am I muted?
As we tip, Otsego wins the tip. Starting lineup for the Otsego Bulldogs: Allie Aldrich, Madison Elkins, Hannah Fitzpatrick, Olivia Dennis, and Haley Grant. And that's a strong drive to begin the game by Hannah Fitzpatrick and puts Otsego on the board early. Starting lineups for the Mustangs: Macy Searles, Riley King, Louie Wilkes, Riley Stevenson, and Aubrey Fennessy will be the starting lineup for your Mustangs. Quick feed to Aubrey Fennessy in the post. That's off. Otsego rebound. Otsego pushing the tempo. Quick drive. Puts up the three. And that one's good. Hannah Fitzpatrick off to a hot start. Almost lost the dribble for Portage Central. Knocked out of bounds by Otsego. Before we get too far into this game, Josh, let's hear a quick rundown.
Well, Karsten, both games are hungry for a win today. The Mustangs lost their first game of the season in a tough game against Coldwater, where they only managed to put up 24 points. The Bulldogs lost both of their games by double digits. Both teams are playing with a chip on their shoulder and will be looking to prove themselves tonight.
Well said. Portage Central with an offensive foul. This will go the way of Otsego. Hannah Fitzpatrick already with 5 points. She's bringing the ball up the court. Drives right, passes to the corner. Back up top to Fitzpatrick. Gonna take it back out. Drives baseline, puts up the mid-range J, and that's off. Rebounded by Riley Stevenson.
You can click that, and then you just do home.
Louie Wilkes passes Stevenson in the corner. She's met. Finds Riley King top of the key. Moves it out. Stevenson to Searles. Wilkes feeds the post, but it's intercepted by Otsego. And they're going to push the tempo up the court. Quick pass. Going to slow it back down. Try for the post feed to Haley Grant. Out of bounds, Otsego. Louie Wilkes finds Stevenson. Stevenson unable to catch it, but hangs on. Searles finds Stevenson. Stevenson had a lot of momentum, wasn't able to keep it in bounds, tried to kick it out. Otsego now pushing the tempo. A deep mid-range by Otsego, off. Olivia Dennis with the miss. Riley King pushing it. Searles tries the three. That one's off. Stevenson tried for the rebound, couldn't quite get it. That one's stolen by Searles. Searles. Going to call it. Portage Central going to use their first timeout. 5 minutes on the clock. Otsego up 5 here to start. We'll be back in a few. Portage Central inbounding. Louie Wilkes gives it to Stevenson. Stevenson tried to get it to King, but it's knocked. Searles recovers. Wilkes corner to, and that one's off by Tyler Bronkma. fast tempo for Otsego. The layup's missed. Tessa Prowl on the glass, try to get the rebound, but that's going to be a foul. A little bit of confusion on the court right now. The foul will actually switch to be on Riley Stevenson, so that's going to be her first. Fitzpatrick's inbounds to Aldrich. Nice bounce pass, drives in the paint, easy layup, rims out. Searle's going to bring it up. Stevenson. King. Wilkes top the key, drives into the paint, covers floater. That's off. Mustangs still scoreless through 4 minutes. Ooh, that pass by Allie Aldrich had a little bit too much juice on it. That'll be another turnover for Otsego. Jenna Ballman checks in for Otsego. Rachel Milu checks in for Riley King. Wilkes finds Bronkham at the wing. Over the head to Stevenson. She's going to get fouled. She's going to get 2 shots here. Stevenson. First free throw is in. Rims out on the second. Searles tried for the rebound, not going to get it. Rebounded by Otsego. Fitzpatrick bringing it up the court. Post feed. Shot by Aldrich. Off the rim. Offensive rebound by Otsego. Aldrich tries it again. That one's going to go out. And that's going to be Portage Central ball. Wilkes drives in, loses the ball, recovered, in the corner, double teamed, and we're going to have it's going to be a jump ball, possession arrow in the way of the Mustangs. Wilkes inbounding, finds Stevenson, Wilkes corner 3, short. Otsego's got numbers. Fitzpatrick, layup. She's going to get fouled. That's going to be Stevenson's second. Hannah Fitzpatrick at the line. 6th point of the game. She scored all the points for Otsego so far. Riley King going to come back in for Stevenson. After the early 2 fouls, she's going to take a breather. Fitzpatrick's second free throw. Connects, and she's got 7 points already. Wilkes. King on the wing. Drives in. Gets stripped by Fitzpatrick. She's got numbers. She's going to try to spin out of it, kicks it back out. Corner 3 by Holmes. It's off. Rebounded by Otsego. Gets the ball to Lingbeek. Her 3 goes off. It's going to be a tough rebound by Searles. That's a foul on Jenna Ballman. What do you think of Otsego's willingness to defend the paint here today, Josh?
Yeah, so they're definitely playing very hard here. I mean, they're not afraid to foul, and I think we're already seeing through Riley Stevenson and Hannah Fitzgerald that they're not afraid to play against each other and play hard.
Yeah, Riley King's three's off. Fitzpatrick drives in. Tough layup, swirls it in. Hannah Fitzpatrick is off to an incredible start. And one attempt. Fitzpatrick's free throw. Off the back rim. Otsego was able to grab the rebound, but calls a travel on Tessa Prow. Mustangs down 8. Only 1 point scored so far. Wilkes drives left. Gonna get fouled. That foul was on Malia Holmes. So both teams have 3 team fouls so far. Wilkes gonna inbound it. Finds Milu. Milu to King. A little bit of miscommunication. Ball's loose. Searles on the ground. Has to get the pass out. It's gonna be a travel on Searles. Aldrich back in for Otsego. Milu checks out. Madison Cutler going to see her first action tonight. Aldrich takes the screen. Quick pass. Ballman dribbles out of it. Gives it to Holmes. Post touch. Relentless defense by the Mustangs. They're going to call that a foul on Reagan Thomas. Quick off the screen 3. That one's off, rebounded by Searles. So Reagan Thomas asks for the ball down low, not going to get it. Wilkes takes back up top. She's met with hard defense. Takes the contested mid-range jumper. Air balls. Quick pass. A little bit of a great post moves from Haley Garant. Keeping the pivot foot and getting fouled. What do you think the Mustangs need to do here to stop this foul trouble?
Yeah, I think they really need to get themselves together and just kind of have some discipline to play some honest basketball. But again, fouling is a part of the game, and that's something that they're just gonna have to have a balance of.
5 fouls by the Mustangs. That puts them in the bonus. Both free throws are good by Garant. So now it's a 10-point lead for Otsego. Portage Central needs a bucket. Wilkes drives in. It's going to be a blocking foul on Otsego. Portage Central has struggled to really generate any offense so far, especially with one of their top players. Riley Stevenson not on the court. Corner, Cutler. Over the top to Searles. Searles keeps it. Has to fall out of bounds. Cutler, top of the key. Wilkes on the wing, drives in. Floater, it's off. Riley King tries to the ball. It's going to be out of bounds on Otsego. Central going to get another try. Trying to see. Try to get the in to King. Couldn't quite get it. It's turnover. Bounce pass in the lane. Otsego shots off. And just a pass, not even close to anyone by Searles. That's another turnover. Thought one of the players might have been coming back. Just wasn't near target. Elkins makes the first free throw. Olivia Dennis back in for Otsego. Elkins. Rims out on that one. Rebound by Portage Central. It's going to be tight. Able to keep it. A little over a minute left to play here in the first quarter. Cutler, top of the key. Searles on the wing. Drives left. Tries to get it back out. King now. Searles top of the key. Wilkes cuts. Couldn't find the pass. Cutler to Wilkes in the corner. Wilkes on the baseline. Drives in. Layups off. Aldrich. Calls for the screen. Doesn't take it. Passes it to Elkins. Elkins back to Dennis. Gives it to Lingbeek. Aldrich. Cuts in the paint. A little bit. Thought about the jumper. Didn't take it. Lingbeek to the corner. That's off. Elkins shot missed. Wilkes bringing up the court. 13 seconds to play. Searles pump fakes. Gives it back to Wilkes. Wilkes spinning. Drives left. Puts up the shot. It's off. Nearly ruined by King. Otsego gets the ball. Let's see if they put up a shot. Puts up the shot. Won't count. And through one quarter, the Otsego Bulldogs lead Portage Central 12-1. We'll be back after a quick break. Otsego leads 12-1. Start the second quarter. Josh, what do you think Portage Central needs to do to try to get back in this game?
I think better shots is a main thing right now. Like, they need to work together, get better shots up, and then I think as we see the game progress, it'll be closer if they can get that done.
Yep, turnovers are another big problem for the Mustangs. Cutler. Top of the key. Fennessy. Finds King, the layup. That's off. Just can't buy a bucket right now. Fennessy aggressive, gets the rebound, puts it on the shot. And that's Portage Central's first non-free throw of the game. Fitzpatrick back out there after an electric first quarter. Gets doubled. Garant pump fake. This is going to be a stolen by Riley King. Got a cutting Stevenson, puts up the layup. And that's off. Fast break lay, couldn't quite make it. Nearly stolen by Searles. It's going to be an easy layup for Otsego. Olivia Dennis. Cutler. Running the point here. Wilkes taking a breather. Fennessy over the top to Stevenson. Stevenson open Searles. Searles misses. Great contest by Dennis. Dennis running the court. Oh, nearly intercepted by Searles. That's going to be a foul. That's 7 fouls for the Mustangs now.
Mustangs foul number 10, Macy Searles. Second personal, 7th team foul. Olivia Dennis shooting 2.
First free throw by Dennis is off. Wilkes and Brockma come in for Cutler and Fennessy. Malia Holmes and Tessa Peral in for Otsego. That free throw off, 0 for 2 at the line, but it's stolen by Fitzpatrick. Top of the key, Aldrich. And that 3 is good. Otsego stretching the lead here earlier in the second quarter. Brockma finds a cutting Stevenson. Too much. Tips off the hands. Otsego running. Fitzpatrick, mid-range. Ooh, tried the sidestep. Couldn't quite connect. But with the hot hand she's had tonight, it's a good shot. Brockma drives the left. Kick out to King in the corner. Searles top of the key. Wilkes on the right wing. Wilkes spins out of it. Stevenson, corner 3. And that's good. Portage Central's answers with the 3 of their own. Keeps the lead to 11. King guarding Fitzpatrick. Goes left of the screen. Deep mid-range. That's good by Holmes. Quick pass to Brockman on the right wing. King swings it over. Searles going to drive in. Gets stripped. Fitzpatrick on the fast break. It's going to be tipped by Portage Central. Saves the easy layup. Otsego inbounds, wide open shot. They're going to miss it. Shows with the rebound. Mustangs only held to 6 points so far. Ooh, and another turnover by the Mustangs. Fitzpatrick's running the court. Puts up the lay. That's going to be a foul on Portage Central. The Mustangs with another costly turnover. Mustangs have been looking to trying to make some magic. Haven't been running set offenses, and I think it's really been hurting them so far. Fitzpatrick's first free throws connects. Milu in for Searles. Her second free throw. Good. That pushes the lead to 14 for the Bulldogs. Wilkes. Pass the corner. Riley King's 3. Off. Stevenson tried for the rebound. Couldn't quite get it. Otsego keeps it. Pass deep 2. And that's another deep 2 by Holmes. Malia Holmes. They're calling that a 3. Milu looking for a pass. Gives it to King. King gives it back to Wilkes. Stevenson, aggressive defense by Fitzpatrick. Swings it over. Milu thought about the shot, doesn't take it. Dribbles the ball on the ground. It's going to be a jump ball. Portage Central once again with possession.
I think we're seeing some good offense from Portage Central there, but they just need to hold on to the ball so they can actually get some shots up.
Yeah, no, they just really haven't been attempting that many shots. The turnovers have really been limiting them so far. Stevenson drives in. Hers rims out. Chloe Thompson playing the off ball there. The quick 3 by Otsego. That's off. It's going to be out of bounds on Otsego. Three and a half minutes left in the second quarter. Milu looking for the pass. She's aggressively played by Fitzpatrick. Wilkes kicks it corner. Stevenson shot swirls in. And that's another 3 by Stevenson. Her 7th point of the game. Otsego playing patient. Ling Beek with the ball. Over the top to Prowl. Prowl put up the shot. Looked like a foul, but they're going to call it a travel. Travel before the shot. See if Portage Central can use any positive momentum here. Down by 14. Wilkes finds Milu. Milu tries the shot. That one's good. Portage Central. Another 3. Portage Central cuts the lead to 11. Wilkes playing some aggressive defense. Fitzpatrick, how about the 3, gives it back, top of the key. Ling Beek, off. Hey, say that goes off the hands of Portage Central. Aldrich back in. For Otsego, Fitzpatrick checks out. Haley Garant, Reagan Thomas in for the Mustangs. Otsego inbounds from the baseline. Got to get a pass in. They find it, and it sails over the top of the rim. Stevenson gives it to Wilkes. Wilkes to Thomas. Thomas a little Euro step in the lane. Couldn't quite finish. Ling beat to Aldrich. Aldrich is going to reset. Under 2 minutes to play. Top of the key, swings it to the left wing. That's Elkins. Back top of the key. Stolen by Wilkes. She's got a fast break. The layup is good. Mustangs cut the lead to 9. Great defensive play there.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays we need to see more from Portage Central to keep their momentum going.
Aldrich. Resets at the top. Ling Beek. Finds Grant. Grant looking for the interior pass off the hands of Thomas. That's going to be out of bounds on Stevenson. Deflects it out. Exactly a minute left here in the first half. Fitzpatrick going to play the last minute. Dennis in as well. Subs in for Ling Beek. Aldrich pass to Elkins, pass top of the key. Dennis is 3. Halts a Portage Central run. Pushes the lead back to 12. Milu pump fakes. Looking for the pass. Corner, Reagan Thomas. Finds a cutting Stevenson. Underneath. The layup is off. grabs the ball, puts up the shot again, not able to grab it. On the ground. Foul on Haley Garant. 15 foul for Otsego this half. Stevenson. Gives it to Wilkes. Wilkes drives in, takes it back to the 3-point line. Pump face, gets him jumping. Milu in the corner. Milu drives baseline, gets the pass to Wilkes. They're going to call that out of bounds. Otsego Bulldogs get the ball. 14 seconds left in the quarter. Fitzpatrick. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Puts the shot up. It's blocked by Wilkes. That's going to be the end of the half. Otsego Bulldogs lead the Portage Central Mustangs 26-14. We'll see what Portage Central can cook up in the second half. We'll be back. Welcome back to PCTV's coverage of Portage Central girls basketball. Once again, I'm Karsten Cooper with Josh Franz. We're going to be calling the second half action. Josh, what do you think Portage Central needs to do to get back in this game, and what Otsego needs to do to keep the lead?
Yeah, so Portage Central, I might sound like a bit of a broken record here, but they need to have good shots and not turn over. As simple as working together and connecting. And as far as Otsego, I think so far what they're doing is pretty good. They have strong players here and good teamwork. I think they just need to keep up their composure and hold their lead.
As you say, strong players. The go-to player has been Hannah Fitzpatrick for Otsego. She spins in for the score and the free throw.
Yeah, Hannah already has 13 points total for the team, so she's definitely a key player in this game.
With the free throw here, she could match the score total of the Mustangs. But that one's off, so she will stay up 13. Wilkes crosses half court. King left wing. Stevenson tried to find Stevenson over the top, but it's deflected out of bounds by Aldrich. Pump face to pass to King, gets it over the top to Searles. Stevenson corner, tries the three, and it's good. Stevenson's third three of the game. She's lethal from behind the arc. Over the top, Aldrich tries to answer with her three, and she does it. Portage Central cannot maintain any positive momentum. Stevenson played high. Wilkes finds Searles. Searles keeps onto the ball. She's going to get fouled. That foul is going to be on Elkins. Grabbed her arm in the shot. Searles had a rough game so far, but looking to get back on track at the line. She does with the first one. And her second free throw rattles in, so she goes 2 for 2 at the line. And those are the shots that you have to make, easy free throws. If you want to get back in this game, you're going to have to make those. Fitzpatrick doubled at half. It's deflected up in the air, ball's on the ground. Wilkes grabs it. Possession arrow. Goes the way of Otsego. Jump ball, turnover by the Mustangs. Portage Central gets the ball. Stevenson on the left wing. Tried to pass over the top. Fennessy top the key, gives it to Wilkes. Wilkes fakes the pass. Dribbles back up. King top the key. Three rattles out. That shot is blocked by Wilkes. That's her second block of the game. Turnover by Stevenson.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what Portage Central needs to try and avoid at all costs. They had a good block followed right by a turnover.
Yep. But lucky for them this time, Otsego gets a back and forth violation. Gives the ball back to Central. Oof. Elkins tried to deflect the pass, but instead Fitzpatrick does it herself. Pass ahead. Fitzpatrick's got numbers. Gives it to her. Tries to lay up, but it's blocked. Out of bounds on Portage Central. Fitzpatrick inbounding. Sproul. Over the top, finds Elkins. Aldrich, going to reset the offense. Fitzpatrick on the left wing. Drives in, face the pass. Aldridge face the pass one more time. Corner Prowl. Aldridge going to get the ball back. Prowl. Patient offense for Otsego. Almost dribbled in the shot. Instead gets it to Elkins. Elkins. The deep 2 by Fitzpatrick is off. And it looks like there's going to be a loose ball. Foul goes away at Portage Central. So I think right now you can rationalize that any shot taken by Hannah Fitzpatrick is a good one. Wide open King in the paint, and that goes in. Mustangs cut the lead to 10. Otsego not a fan of what they're seeing to begin this second half. Going to call a timeout. We'll be back. Otsego inbounding from the Portage Central baseline. Searles with the full court defense. And they're going to call a travel on Aldridge. Portage Central had a strong start in this second half so far. Wilkes brings it across the half. Wilkes gets the screen from Thomas. Stevenson, or Searles started with the 3. Wilkes top of the key. Thomas in the paint. Yep, they're going to call a travel on Thomas there. Tried to add one more step to get better position at the basket, but Portage Central's half-court press is picked up here. It's allowing for open shots by Otsego, and that bucket straight up comes from the shoddy defense by the Mustangs there in that full-court press. Just allowed too many open shots and passes there. Searles top of the key, tried it, pump fakes, drives in. Floater, off. Drive goes for the rebound, knocked to the ground. Wilkes recovers. Gets it to Stevenson. And her mid-range shot's good. Cuts the lead back to 10. Fitzpatrick doubled in the corner, finds an open player. Aldridge top of the key. Rebounded by Searles. Portage Central could cut it to a one-digit game on this possession. Thomas manages to keep the ball. Wilkes, penetration pass to Thomas. Great dime by Louis Wilkes to find Reagan Thomas. And great job by Thomas to convert the bucket. Lead cut to 8 there. Fitzpatrick thought about the mid-range. Instead, gives it to Elkins. Elkins shots off, rebounded by Otsego. Going to call a foul on Thomas. Fitzpatrick inbounding. Gets her to the paint. She's going to get doubled pretty quickly. Aldridge. Fitzpatrick had an open three, immediately doubled. Portage Central in a zone defense look there. The sidestep by Fitzpatrick not going to go. Rebounded by Stevenson. It's going to be a timeout. Portage Central has some positive momentum for the first time in quite a while. Cuts the lead to under 10 points. And what do you think has been the recipe for that?
I think Portage Central has finally found their much needed motivation through. I think again, as simple as they're connecting their passes, they're having less turnovers, and they're capitalizing on these critical moments to finally see if they can gain a lead.
Portage Central with the ball. 2.5 minutes left to play, third quarter. Down by 8. Immediately doubled by King, gets it back to Wilkes. Bulldogs change up their defensive look. King scrambles for the ball. Going to call a push on Aldrich. Otsego coming out with a more aggressive defense. Wilkes gets it into King. King in the corner. Swarmed. Wilkes tries to dribble out of it. King tries the corner three. Rims out. Quick shot by Jenna Ballman. Mid-range, cuts it back to 10. Searles, doubled, gets it back to Wilkes. Wilkes gives it to Stevenson, thought about it. Gives it to King, lets it fly, off, front of the rim. Thomas aggressive for the rebound. Searles gets it and puts up the layup. Cuts it back to 8.
Yeah, those are the kinds of things that when you see more Portage Central, that's a good capitalization on scoring and having good plays.
Otsego inbounds. Immediately puts up the floater. Fitzpatrick. Another and one for Fitzpatrick. Trying to put the game on ice. Fourth foul on Reagan Thomas. Fantasy checks in for Thomas. Fitzpatrick's free throw's good. 11-point game. King gets it across, got it across half court, does. Wilkes doubled and out of bounds. She thinks it's a push. Refs don't see the same thing. Under a minute in the third quarter. Fitzpatrick gives it. Lingbeek. Back to Fitzpatrick. Deflected by Wilkes. Searles dribbling up the court. Trying to take it herself. Gives it back to Stevenson. Stevenson drives into the paint. Gonna get fouled by Fitzpatrick.
Otsego foul number 23, Hannah Fitzpatrick. Third personal. Fourth team foul. Riley Stevenson shooting 2.
Stevenson gonna shoot 2. First free throw's good. Back to 10 points. Second free throw cuts it under 10. Portage Central playing that aggressive press again. Nearly gets a turnover. Good bounce pass. Corner 3. Off. Fight for the rebound. Otsego gets it. Stolen by King. King pushing it up the court. Dribbles. Has to cut it back out. And they're going to call it travel on King. King looked back trying to find an open pass. Got a little bit greedy there. Under 15 seconds in the quarter. Defended by Stevenson. On the ground. Ball's up for grabs. Kicked ball off of Fitzpatrick. Just tried to get it out of bounds. Portage Central ball. Fitzpatrick checks out. 6.2 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Mustangs inbounding from the Bulldogs bench. Gets it in. Quick tempo. Wilkes. Doubled. Has to get it back. Blocking foul. Smart move by Wilkes. 3.4 seconds. Searles gets it into Stevenson. Quick pass. Layup's good by Stevenson. And that's the end of the third quarter. Mustangs cut it to 7 with the last-ditch layup and are down by 7 to enter the fourth quarter. We'll be back in a second. Bulldogs up by 7 on the Mustangs. Last 8 minutes to play. Mustangs had a successful third quarter. Bulldogs swinging it around. Gets it to Aldrich. Aldrich puts up the 3. That's good. Cuts it back to 10. Every time the Mustangs get close, Otsego recovers. Searles drives in. Easy layup. Misses it. Try to get the ball, fight for it. Out of bounds on the Mustangs.
We're definitely seeing Otsego's ability to keep a comfortable lead here, but as the fourth quarter progresses, players are going to get more tired, and there's a lot that could happen, so we'll see.
10-point lead for Otsego. Stolen by Searles. Deflected out of bounds by Fitzpatrick. Wilkes gets it in. Searles, aggressive defense by Fitzpatrick. Gives it back to Wilkes. King in the corner. King over the top to Searles. Deflected out of bounds by Fitzpatrick one more time. Foul on Searles there. It's going to give Otsego the ball. Otsego playing a good game of back and forth.
Mustangs foul number 24, Riley Stevenson, third personal. Hit, team foul.
Fitzpatrick. Aldridge tried to screen. Patrick keeps the dribble alive.
Otsego, offensive foul number 40.
Offensive foul on Haley Garant. Illegal screen. Mustangs get the ball back. Gonna need to start putting up some points to the 10-point deficit. Finds Stevenson, tried to bait the foul there, chucked up an underhand shot. Didn't get the call. Otsego breaks the press. Back to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick over the top. Fantasy. Deflects it. Back up top, resets the offense. Aldridge gives it to Fitzpatrick one more time. Over the top, Fantasy defense. Played well, rebounded by Otsego. The second chance points, one more time. And Haley Garant, relentless on the boards.
I think we can see Otsego playing really hard. Even with their lead, they're still playing like it's a close game.
Otsego not getting complacent. First free throw off. While a 10-point lead is doable, Portage Central will have to start acting quickly if they want to have a shot at this in the end. Garant's second is good. One more, once again an 11-point lead. Mustangs playing patiently, trying to break. Quick pass to Stevenson. Like a quarterback play by Louis Wilkes there. Just a great heave to Stevenson. And gets the foul. Stevenson going to shoot. It's going to be 1-1. First free throw. Fall. She's going to get a second. Her second. It's good. Cuts the lead to 9. Stevenson has been so key for the Mustangs. Nearly a backcourt, saves it. Corner 3. Air balls. Searles gets the rebound. Wilkes can dribble it up the court. Wilkes looking for the pass, makes it to King. Wilkes back on the Mustang logo. Stevenson gives it to Searles in the corner. Her 3. Bounces high, it's off. And that goes off the hands of Grant. Tried to reel it in, couldn't quite get it, so the Mustangs keep possession.
Hopefully the Mustangs can use this play as much needed motivation to keep scoring.
Wilkes faked the pass to Stevenson. Tried to throw it up top to King, but it's knocked out of bounds by Elkins. Searles cross to Stevenson. Stevenson knocked up in the air, couldn't quite reel in the ball. Aldrich calling the plays. Gets an open look. Blocked by Stevenson. It's going to be out of bounds off the hands of Otsego. Under 5 minutes now, Portage Central. Down by 9. Wilkes patiently bringing it up. Splits the double. Gets it back to Wilkes across half court. Wilkes drives in. Finds Stevenson. Stevenson corrals it. Cuts the lead to 7. Stevenson has been the go-to player for the Mustangs. Otsego playing quick, looking to answer. Aldrich drives in. It's taken away. Pass throw with anticipation. Gives it back to Wilkes. Her layup. That's going to be a charge on Wilkes. Going back the way of Otsego.
Seeing the way Otsego's been playing tonight, I think we can expect them to respond to some points on the board to even out back to a 10-point lead.
That's what they've kept it around almost all game. Portage Central doing a good job. Over the hands of Elkins. Turnover by Otsego. And Portage Central's full court press works there. Half court trap has been working real effectively. Wilkes cuts the Otsego half court trap. Gets it back to Wilkes. Wilkes' 3 off. Rebounded by King. Ball's on the ground. Wilkes dives for it. It's up in the air. Jump ball. Goes the way of the Mustangs. Mustangs will inbound from their baseline. Portage Central uses a timeout. 3:45 on the clock. Down by 7. See what they can draw up. Searles gets Stevenson over the top. Wilkes. King cuts. Wilkes drives left. Bounce to Searles. Searles corrals it. Stevenson swarmed in the paint. Gonna get 2 free throws. Has been dominant so far in this 4th quarter. First free throw is in. Bullseye on the second. Lead cut to 5. Otsego not been able to buy a bucket recently. Portage Central's defense has been causing a lot of turnovers. Otsego setting the offense. Screen by Dennis. Illegal screen by Jenna Ballman, going back the way of Portage Central.
Portage Central here is playing really well in the fourth quarter. I think as the time goes down, they're closing the score gap. So I think it might be a close one.
Searles in the corner. Back up top to Stevenson. Stevenson gives it right back. Searles drives in. Her layup rattles in. 3-point game for the Mustangs. No foul on the play. Searles gets the ball back. Transition layup, tried it, goes out of bounds. Off the hands of Portage Central one more time. Otsego calls a timeout. Haven't been like what they're seeing this whole fourth quarter. Offense has been stagnant while the Portage Central offense has been cooking. We'll be back in a minute. Otsego inbounding from the Portage Central baseline. 2:41 on the clock. Brace the half-court press. Otsego gives it. Tough defense. Layup doesn't go in. Relentless effort by Otsego. Cuts the back, puts the lead back to 5. Haley Garant refused to give up on that play. Stevenson gives it to Searles. Tries the 3. Air mails it.
Otsego's definitely in a comfortable position here, but with only 2 minutes left on the clock, Portage Central needs to kick it in the second gear if they want a chance.
Top of the Elkins, dribbles it back out, gives it to Aldrich. Aldrich being swarmed on defense, managed to get the pass off. Fitzpatrick dribbles it back out. Winding down the clock. Otsego playing patient. Garant. Otsego uses a timeout. Going to try to cook something up on this during this 30-second timeout. Josh, what do you think Otsego needs to do to put this game away?
Yeah, so I think we can see Otsego playing very defensively here, which is a smart decision as they are 5 points up. They're more than a few baskets away or ahead. So If they can play defensively and keep that lead there, then I think they have a really good chance here.
Offense has been stagnant, likely why they took the timeout, try to draw something up. A bucket would likely put the game away for Otsego. Portage Central, although they have fought and clawed back in this game, it's not going to be easy. Under a minute and a half, down by 5. Especially with no shot clock, going to need some things to fall their way. Otsego drives in, Euro step by Elkins. Big shot. Portage Central down by 7. They're going to have to answer pretty quickly. Stevenson in the corner. She's been money from 3, and she connects one more time.
Riley Stevenson once again has proven her vitalness to the team as she's able to sink a 3-pointer right when it matters most.
Lead back down to 4 with that 3. Central calls a timeout. Going to need to play some aggressive defense. Cannot allow any more points. Nearly doubled their score from their last game. Both teams have played solid basketball throughout this whole game. And you got to think what this means in this last minute. We'll get back to you in a minute. Scratch that, 30 seconds. Inbounding the ball is going to be crucial. Fitzpatrick going to try to find the pass. It's on the ground. Possession arrow will go the way of Otsego, but now it flips. So if that happens again, Portage Central gets the ball. Inbounding, so important late game. Otsego sees how that just went. They call a timeout. So we'll see you. .1 seconds on the clock. Mustangs down by 4. Otsego inbounding. They get it in cleanly. Now we got to get it across court. They do that no problem. They'll play patient. Portage Central has to foul. They are in the bonus, 1-1.
14, second personal 8, team foul. Linnea Holmes shooting 1-1. And the Bulldogs for 22, Jenna Fowler.
Holmes' free throw off, but rebounded. Fight for the ball. Stevenson grabs it. She's on the ground.
With Otsego having a 4-point lead here. Time is dwindling down faster and faster. We'll see what Portage Central can do, but I'm afraid it's not much.
Stevenson at the line. It's going to be 2 free throws as Otsego is in the double bonus. She's been money from the free throw line today. And the first one rattles in. Rachel Milu going to play this defensive possession. Stevenson's second free throw's good. Mustangs down by 2. Mustangs going to have to foul again. It's who they choose to foul that's important. Fouls on Stevenson. Aldrich going to the line. 2 free throws here would make it a 2-possession game. 1 would leave the door open for a 3. Milu checks back out. Searles comes back in. Fennessy comes in for Cutler. Aldridge's free throw. Rims off. Portage Central with the ball. It's going to be a jump ball. Portage Central has the possession arrow. So 27 seconds on the clock. Portage Central doesn't use their last timeout. They're just going to keep it going. Down by 2. Going to need a big play. Who's it going to come from? Stevenson gives it to Fennessy. Wilkes tries to find a cutting Searles. Can't do it. King, top of the key. Thought about the 3. Doesn't take it. Stevenson drives baseline. Puts up the layup. Charge on Riley Stevenson. 5.6 seconds on the clock.
That was a big play for Portage Central there. Unfortunately, they weren't able to capitalize on it, so I'm afraid we're seeing the end of the game.
It's not over until it's over. 5.6 seconds on the clock. Portage Central will have to foul quickly. Reminder, both teams still do have 1 timeout left.
Yeah, especially with the way Portage Central's been playing in the 4th quarter, I wouldn't be surprised if they could pull something out here. As Otsego seems to be getting more tired, Portage Central is gaining motivation, and
gonna have to be quick. Gets the ball in. Wilkes fouls. That's exactly what you needed. Once again, 2 free throws would put it away. 1 would leave the door open. Madison Elkins at the line. Makes the first. 1 more and she could put the game away. A lot of pressure on her shoulders. And she does it. 4-point lead. Mustangs don't use their timeout. Wilkes has to throw up a deep 3, and it's off. The Otsego Bulldogs beat the Portage Central Mustangs 49-45 and puts the game away. Great nail biter, close win by both teams. Otsego moves on to 1-2. Portage Central falls to 0-2. Thank you for tuning in to this exclusive coverage of Mustang Girls Basketball on the Portage Central YouTube channel, powered by PCTV. Next week, the Portage Central Mustangs will come back with hopefully 2 revenge games in which they can get the season the right way. For me and my partner, Josh Franz, I'm Karsten Cooper, signing off.